All right, that's a long wait, but finally we got paired. So e4. What should we play here? Tried e5 lately. Let's go back to the Sicilians. All right, so okay, I'm an e6 player usually, but now let's try knight c6. And I guess the downside of going knight c6 is that you get Rossolimo a lot, like every single time. So here white is planning to take. So a6 I think is like a waste of time, since this is gonna happen quite often anyways. Could play e6 now again, try to get that knight here and then recapture with the knight rather than the pawn. Knight f6, g6, d6, e6. I guess a6 is also a move. Knight d4. I mean, my instincts say play e6, so I'm gonna play g6. Try to be a little different than my normal patterns. Alright, so yeah, that's why a6 feels like a waste of time usually, is that this capture happens anyway, so you have just an a pawn. Sometimes the bishop wants to go there anyways. Alright, so which way are we capturing? Open the bishop up or not? I think I'll try this. Of course, taking towards the center and have a more support towards d5 often is very principled way. Not gonna lie, that would make sense. So this is the move I'm probably gonna make. So why not make it instantly? Are we playing e5, shutting down this bishop? Probably not. If they play e5 sometimes, maybe I could put the knight out this way. Here we probably one question is, should we go and trade those bishops up? We have the bishop there. So that kind of, and we already, they gave us a little bit wrecked pawns here, so like just go there and h3 and take. Then I do have a bishop there, but I have a stupid double pawn. This bishop is pretty nice hitting here. Maybe they'll play c3 eventually and just say no. Guess the knight is not really going here before white plays e5. But they might never play e5 and then my knight is just here like a dummy waiting. And I don't know if I have any good waiting moves, like I said. I mean, it's not bad. I could take and play e6 maybe. Play on this bishop being a good one. Not sure. I think I'll just bring out the knight. There's no funny business with some kind of a e5, e6, since I can take with the bishop. If e5 happens, I could even bring it out this way. They're just simply developing. Well, castle seems like a good move. Maybe there's like some kind of plans of playing e5 and bring the knight to e6. Alright, so maybe they're highlighting this c5 here and maybe playing for a5 here and trying to make it harder for me to defend this. I could play b6. Let's do it. I have to admit I'm not 100% sure I'm gonna meet a5 though. Because it is threatening taking here, and I mean I want to take with a pawn of course, but not lose the rook. I don't really want to move the rook and give up this a file either. And yeah, he's instantly highlighting that this might be unpleasant, because I don't really know where to put this guy. If here, then maybe a6. Not saying it's a great move, but maybe. I could just come back and the pawn is a bit vulnerable there. But on the other hand, the rook's here, so it's stuck guarding the pawn, but my bishop and the rook are kind of stuck. So it's probably good for white. I could of course play some b5s, just go win it, perhaps. Then we again weaken this. I mean, I guess I could move this away and just let him have the a file. Here again, I'm not sure I want to trade the bishop for a knight. Here I might get harassed by this. If I go here, maybe knight d5 there, I could maybe sneak this here and... let's try that one. It's a little bit weird. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna go here. Yeah, that was a very hasty. Like, I don't really like any of the moves. So I just move it here. My idea was that if he moves there, and then I'll just go back here and be happy, because I'm not gonna get harassed instantly here. But then I realized that maybe he's gonna do something like this and then f4 and go for an attack. I mean, it's probably not that dangerous. Probably. Anyways, I don't like the trend of this game, because I don't really know what's my plan. At the moment I'm just moving pieces to a best squares I can find for them. Hope something turns up, but not really sure where we are really aiming at. Guess I could have considered winning a pawn, but then we'd have a double pawns. So here I'll take with the pawn. Pretty sure. One pawn island versus 3. Alright, so I don't know, this kind of easing that tension makes me a little less nervous about this. Not sure the queen does much here. Well, 100% sure I'm not gonna let them take here, so I'm gonna go somewhere. Does it make sense to somehow go there and bait f3 and then go back? They might follow f3, f4 anyhow. Or if I go here, they might play f4. I'm gonna just see what happens. I like this kind of a probing, like poke, 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 poke. See what they do. Maybe they get nervous and blink. Yeah, well, did we gain anything? I don't know. If f4 happens, then it's exactly the same. Yeah, I guess I could go back and be a complete a-hole. It doesn't really do much, but the bishop might just get trapped there eventually with f5 and then h3. So I don't think it's my interest just to go get him to move the queen somewhere and then I have to probably move the bishop anyways. I guess we could kick this guy out, but the king side gets a little softer with this instead of this. Knight goes probably here, but maybe here. Main idea just to not block this, so maybe they can play this easier. I guess I could play here, and if they go here, then go trade it now. Because the bishop is definitely... Maybe I should have considered just trading it all the time, since it tends to be a bit of a dummy. Has been a dummy all game long. What else can I do? Like, they have no really good squares. Anywhere for the queen, I'm not really happy going here or threaten nothing. Here for c4. Here, nah. Guess this could be a thing, but then it weakens the c5 and then to deal with how to defend it. I'm not sure about I'm happy with this, but I don't like the knight being there all up my face. No, what the hell? What the? I'm moving the knight. The plan was to move the bishop there and just get rid of it. Like, the bishop there is nice, but if the position doesn't open up, I'm not gonna... Like, this is absolutely doing nothing here. Trying to curse all the time. Controlling myself at the moment a little bit. So I'll go here with the intention of h3 and just taking. And that would be good for me for what reason? Probably no reason. It is not open. Somehow I feel like it's open and I would threaten this, but it's not open. Holy moly. This doesn't attack anything. It opens the bishop up, but just nothing there. I didn't ever got my idea going on. At some point I had that kind of idea. Would have been probably very lovely to have that, but I probably didn't have time. I don't know, I'm gonna go for it. Who cares? Or maybe we're provoking again, h3, and then we run away. Again. Who knows? Might happen. I mean, soften a little bit. First we soften. Oh. Right, so guess he's not really threatening to trap anything. He's probably more interested about going there and then pushing f5 and going for the h6 I weakened. We weakened. Well, oh well. I think I'll take it. Because now it's like a threatening to go here and get a tempo there and, well, not here, but I don't think I want to keep the queen on 88 for longer. Maybe could try to weaken this, but it's so clumsy looking. So clumsy. I understand we are kind of inviting them all to the party here, but I guess we could go now and kind of pin everything, and maybe the rook goes back then. I don't know why I want to play this move all the time. Mainly I guess I'm looks active, so it's not really, but it looks like it. I don't really like it. We probably are fine here, but I'm just not very happy with the position. Just want to weaken their center a little bit. Ooh. Well, let's take here. Let him take here if he wants to. He might win a pawn here, but not really too concerned about that. Should we defend this idiot here? Could just maybe move the queen here. Yeah, let's not weaken anything further. Maybe I want the knight, the rook being here and covering f7. Couldn't really play e6 either. Or this or that. Pretty much the options. Maybe we'll push here, and since the knight can't go forward. But then this pawn would instantly be hanging here, so not sure. Not so sure. Okay, so now we don't have this kind of maneuvers. No counterattacks either, which is usually a nice thing to pull off. If you can. I don't know. I'll go here. Not super happy about this kind of structure either, but can't really go here. And this looks super passive, and this is even worse. I guess I could try that one, but again we block this and too many arrows. Nobody can figure out what I'm talking about. But yeah, this would block this, so I'd have to first move here and then try to get the knight here, and at least this puts questions to the knight. Do you take or try to use the e4, which looks pretty sweet. All right. Well, don't really want to take. It doesn't seem great. Guess we could push here or take here. Takes and check looks there. It's not fun. I think I'll push here. Mainly because if I take here, then he maybe takes here, and then I'll take. Probably okay, but this is a bit weak, maybe. Guess that's a problem. We're on the pawnio here. Defends the pawn. So can't really go here. Could just put the bishop here. Or should we try the rook here? Because then there's always that. Go back, take, I don't know. It's to defend this and free the queen. I don't know. This side looks very weak anyhow, but maybe it could hold somehow. I mean, at least if he goes and be crazy. Of course, there's g-force, maybe too. Okay, so at least that kind of makes it very inflexible, the bishop. So it's kind of basically well cemented here and puts the pressure here, but apart from that, I don't know if it's doing stuff. This is an aggressive move, but I'm not really sure I can actually justify attacking. But I can always go here and return. At least this now takes care of that weakness here, and maybe, just maybe, can I just do it now here? Alright, so h5, rook g3, king h7. I think it's fine. Cement that side. It's very hard to attack this twice now. And like, this is not really that hard to just sidestep. And now this, I think, comes actually important that I got there first before them. Should we go up now? The idea that actually we follow up with something of an attack of ourselves. Okay, I have some weak pawns there too, so I might have to. My queen is a little bit sad. If they go here, I can just chop this off and hopefully be fine. So this is the plan. I guess I could have gone here too. I didn't really think about the difference that he went here and just wanted to sidestep any future threats on this pin, but now if I use the queen, I could have gone here. Probably doesn't matter, hopefully. But the king could have been a little better here in just kind of some theoretical endgame where we would go here and take this a little faster. But that's probably not gonna happen. Alrighty. So trade. I think I'll say no thank you. Just because I don't like my pawn structure. Like these are pretty strong. That's a little weak. That he can maybe defend. But something like queen and the bishop endgame, I mean, I might be able to hold it, but I don't like any kind of a double threats where he's trying to invade on a file and harasses my pawnies at the same time. Goes around. Like maybe I can still keep the queen here and just move them ponios around. This is hanging here, so technically I could snap it off, but g3 and then a rook and the bishop hanging. So I think I'll just go here. Now we're trading this. And maybe even some kind of an actual invasion. Let's just chuck it. Weird. He can probably defend enough. Again, I don't really... I mean, this seems like a pretty safe endgame. If I keep the rook on a file. Guess he could move the bishop and then invade on c file. That is true. But maybe if I could trade and snip somehow... It's very hard to do how to get the king to f6 without dropping the pawn though. Guess similarly problematic to move the bishop here. Maybe it's here even instantly threatening to take and go rook here and pin that guy. Yeah, so I'd have to take, go here, rook, bishop here. Of course we are on this pawn and could attack these pawns here. If I go here, he's gonna go here and then we end up either going away or trading. Or just repeating here, here, here. I don't know. I feel like I might be better in the endgame. Where do we want the rook? Like maybe we want the rook on b file instead. So it's not instantly on c file if we trade. Just like a small improvement. We do the trading here. If it happens. Then move the king here, and if he tries to invade, then maybe we go for this and say that I'm gonna take here, and guess it's very hard since he'll take here. Yeah, it is very hard. So this is probably like they are not gonna do anything stupid and just brings the king closer and closer. I guess we could just take and go for the e pawn though. He goes for my b pawn, and we go for the d pawn. Okay, let's try. I'll take, and then I go for king g7. Just improve the king first a little bit. Just to be a 1 inch closer to anything here. For instance, this kind of stuff here that we don't have to worry about this. And then I want to go to e file. Just snap that guy off. He gets to invade here. Scary. Maybe I'll harass the bishop here. Oh wait, could I take here and win? Yeah, right. I mean, I guess it's not really winning, but I get an extra pawn and he has to play rook c7, right? And then we go for the b pawn. Guess that's a good move. Really should have thought about this move. Oh, I don't think that's good though. So I like this defending the e pawn. This kind of forced me to take here. I mean, didn't force me to take it, but at least you get this with check and then it's different. But now I have like a safe king, extra pawn here, extra pawn here. And this looks very, very pleasant. Okay, let's draw in this kind of a harassy check, see where the king goes. Just to worsen it a little bit of the seventh or the second rank. So when this could go there, it would actually threaten to. Okay, I have to be very well. There's never stalemate threats. Yeah, just thinking that we are kind of stalemating them, but as long as there is this pawn move, no worries. So this is tough. Should we move here and push this pawn? Well, at least start with this. We free the king. All right, fine. Maybe I should have started with the king also. But I feel like this is not really free anyhow. Because he has to be very careful going too far away from the corner before I can do these kind of things. At the moment we are not really threatening yet, but I want to keep the square here for the king. So here technically maybe they are baiting me to play b2 and then go back and hope that somehow that holds. So let's go a little further. And now I think if he goes somewhere, I can play here, right? King can catch this. There is no longer this stuff here. But maybe I can just force the 4 versus 3 pawn endgame, right? They have to play king d2 by force. And then I'll just go here. Or they take. And anyways, feel like the king ends up here. I'll either play here, and I'm faster, or yeah, or just push e5. In either case. So it doesn't really matter where I stick my rook. Threatening this, forcing takes, or this. I mean, I guess I could have taken the pawn too. Should have thought about that. I guess now we should think about taking the pawn or actually calculating that this wins. Takes, king takes, king here, king here, king here. It seems completely hopeless. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother calculating that. Just gonna go here and take that. He has to take a long road here, or I don't know. Any kind of blockading thing here doesn't really seem like it's gonna do much. Then we just run through here. I guess I could have played this move too. Oh, maybe I couldn't have played on that one. Takes. So throwing the game away, right? I guess this still wins. Yeah. But this probably doesn't. Alright, let's look at the game. Interesting one. That was tough. Let's see how I messed up. G6 is the most popular move here. Usually I play E6. But yeah, anything you do, don't do A6. That's the like Maybe the bishop wants to be here and just make it even worse for black that already committed this but didn't do anything on developing this side. Because white often is just wanting to take there anyway, so don't... I mean, a6 could be useful somewhere, but not there. Nobody's gonna go to this square. Bishop g7, d3, knight f6, all the most played moves. Castle is still most played. I was kind of thinking of this a little bit. I mean, we did end up doing it anyhow, right? Alright, so maybe a5 here instead of a b6 I did. Nobody has played b6. I mean, it's a solid pawn structure. Not very mobile or great, but yeah, maybe this is the better way. I was pretty hasty here, didn't even consider much alternatives. And also I was kind of thinking that this happens, but maybe even hoping that my opponent doesn't even do it since... Well, I don't know why it seems. Maybe it's just being lazy. And the other bishop is annoying. Where would the computer would have wanted to put the bishop? Bishop g4. And after this happens, just take. Queen c7. Yeah, this is probably fine. I don't know why I still had some kind of ideas about bishop pair being any kind of a useful thing. Like the structure is just not very likely to open up too much. It is like the pawns are not really like a this and this way and closed in that sense, but still it feels very closed in nature. Like this definitely is an open guy here, and I mean technically this is too, but well, I guess the good light square bishop is the biggest issue. Not very easy to find squares for it. Alright, so what would be black's best bet? Knight g5 harassing this. My plan was just to do this, but I guess kind of walk into the, or play into the white's hand here. If they're gonna do that anyways, why do I bait that forward? Yeah, probably just this and this, and at least the queen is in front of the f-pawn, and it's better than the game. This was kind of useless on the corner. Alright, yeah, I mean this is kind of like a rare that maybe white doesn't do f3 and maybe doesn't do f4, but he did anyways. And yeah, this weakens the king side. So I'm not sure about h6, but the knight is anyways annoying there. Computer's best move here is to put the bishop back here. I think I mentioned that, but I thought like, why? Oh, h6. And then we say, give me that. I mean, that's what happened in here anyways. Same thing, holy moly. Then we did something stupid. b5. Yeah, I don't care about that. c4. Yeah, I like that. I mean, I don't really like my position, but at least we are doing stuff. White's center is a little too solid and nice. This we try to wreck it. Alright, the computer hates this, but somehow queen a5 is the punishment. I don't really see why it would be. So if you take here, oh, there's just a, oh, this would have been cool. I guess you could find it somehow like actually find that there's always downside to playing f4. Why some great players tell you never to move the f pawn, or at least f3 or f6. But yeah, this is usually the reason f pawns. The king is a little more vulnerable. Alright, well, I didn't see much in this game anyway, so who cares? Yeah, thought trade is fine. Apparently not. Again, I was supposed to choose this. And now if they take, what's the catch? Knight takes e5. So if they take mine, I'll take yours. You take this, and then we take with somebody, and pawns are even, but white pawn structure is probably the worst I've ever seen. Okay, tactically I was complete zero this game. Complete zero. I did see nothing. Could have been nice traps here. f5 was fine. Chop was fine. Yeah, this is definitely somehow a little bit overextended. It's kind of annoying, but it's also definitely can't really defend it without like putting both major pieces there. At least one. This is fine. Yeah, I don't really care about for this one. Since the bishop is now very, I mean solid as rock, but still you make it a lot less flexible. Are we really threatening to play d4? Well, maybe. I don't know if the queen diagonal here is so great. Like, it doesn't really do much. But yeah, in a sense, like you're just putting another pawn on the target square for these guys. Yeah, I don't know, maybe white had some better, more threatening ways to go about the king side here. Let's see. Computers gives h4. My opponent played the best. But isn't there something like h3 and g4 a little more threatening? I guess they do also expose this guy here. Running all these are winning. That is true, I suppose. It's funny how often some kind of kingside pawn storm fails to some kind of flat blank attack. And I guess it's not really funny. Nice balance in the game. But this way at least I felt like if I put the king somewhere here, can attack this once, or have that maybe one trick here at some point if I put the king here, but it felt safe. Doesn't care about this. Okay, some advantage was lost somewhere, but who cares? Oh, queen e3. Really? Is this winnable? And how? Feel like it's not. I feel like it's not. Queen a8. Queen f3, threatening mate, king h2. Like what's the end goal here? I think it ends in a draw. Like maybe we snap this off, but then they snap that off. Or go for the... Okay, this ends in a mate, but... Guess that's enough. Trying to do some kind of a perpetuals there, but no. Alright, yeah, I don't think so. But apparently this is just a draw. Computer wants to go here. My plan was if they go there, I was gonna go here. And then snap this off. I guess I just drop this still. If I take. Yeah. Oh, now it goes there. I'll take this, they'll take this. If we go here, rook a6. Bishop c3, bishop g5. Actually scary. Or maybe not. Why rook c6? Are you crazy? If you push, then we come here and the pawn drops. Apparently all these are draws, like no matter what you do, it's always a draw. Here the best move is somehow king g2. King f2. Nothing. Nothing. Really? Nothing? Nothing? Are you absolutely sure there is nothing here? Computer? Really? Like this is nothing? King e5 here, here. And then I suppose this is the problem that they have this kind of a threaten mate. Check. Threaten mate. Can't get out this way, or this doesn't help me in any way. Still a mate. 3 pawns up. Yeah, I guess my king is a little bit... But that's a nice pattern to know. And I do feel like this could be actually likely to happen. Because you often end up in some kind of endgame with the 3 versus 3 or sometimes 2 versus 2. But the active king could save you this kind of situation. I suppose we are not really like if we try to defend from here, then we are not really attacking anything either. Yeah. If I can't really, I can defend this side, but I can't win the pawns at the same time. With allowing this kind of a perpetual defense. Alright, so apparently this was not as good as I thought. Still draws until they play rook c5 double question mark. Should have just played randomly rook a2. Looks insane. Nobody's gonna play rook a2. What's the point? Rook e4, rook a5. Takes, 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 takes. I feel like this was possible in the game too. So probably I messed up later on. No. It's a little different. This is winning. Oh, I have 2 passed pawns. Yeah, why not? guess it was not really possible. No, here. No. Yeah. I guess it was not possible in the game. Yeah, I have two passed pawn, they have a passed pawn. I have an extra pawn, but apparently it doesn't matter anything. Well, let's not hang the pawn. Apparently no. If I go here, he checks me and wins the pawn. No good. And this is probably not going anywhere since... Well, let's say something like this eventually happens and then... I mean, it's always one extra up there and they're always kind of fixed, so... No good chances. I mean, very natural move from white, just attack two pawns. But yeah, he probably missed this. Wow, this throws away the win. I had to free my king. Their king is stuck, so let's say something like this, and this has to be too slow. Like. No passed pawns for you. Might has no time to go for these. Alright, no counterplay either. Another passed pawn. Horrible. Okie dokie. But in the game here, they could have played rook b7. Prisoning my king. And then if I try this, I just go here. If I push this there, king is gonna stay here and here. My king is trapped. If I push e5, they'll give me a check and take here. And maybe end up here and then, I suppose. I mean, computer wants to give me the pawn, but I think humans would just play here and say, what's up? I would probably try this, but it seems hopeless. Nah. Horrible. Yeah. I guess that really doesn't make any sense and this would be a natural move. Just prison the king. Alright, so. Well, this was completely helpless now that my king got in and yeah. This is just completely unrecoverable pawn endgame. No way to make a passed pawn for this just goes. Alright, well, ugly, but I'll take it. Anyways, thanks for watching and until next time, bye bye.